Hello everyone, it's Alessandra here. Welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Today I've just come back from my walk. I usually go out for a walk and I walked out, and it's interesting because I wasn't expecting it, but I have all these beautiful white butterflies surrounding me. They were like, it's as if they were walking with me because they kept going around me and twirling. And so they made me feel really good. And it doesn't take much really if you look at butterflies, but they were white butterflies. But at the same time, I felt they were giving me a message because butterflies symbolize transformation, the divinity within us, the fact that they go through the cycle of the caterpillar, then the cocoon, and then coming out on the other side. More or less, it's the same cycle we go through. We are born, and then we are going through life, but we're really in a cocoon because we're learning to become the butterfly. And at a certain point, there are things that we need to understand about ourselves, and mainly that we create our reality, and therefore we come out on the other side as a butterfly. Now, whatever colors you want as, to be as a butterfly, that will also, if you are choosing some colors, say, I like white because it's transformation, it's purity. But say I want to go out, I like blue as well. And I keep seeing a lot of butterflies with blue in them. So they may not be totally blue. So it's also bringing attention with the colors to where you are, to what you are being called to look at, what colors resonate with you, what they mean, and how they impact you when you read the meaning, and when you see them, you will be getting a specific message. So looking at those butterflies, it made me feel really good, of course. But at the same time, I realized that we're coming out of this cocoon right now. So we need to choose the colors of our wings. All of us as a community and individuals, we need to choose the colors that we want to see come out as our wings, because they are part of who we're becoming, not what we left behind. We can't go back into the cocoon. We need to move forward. So we're walking out of it with wings, and it's up to us to choose what color wings we're going to wear, and realize that the life of the butterfly is the preciousness, the fact that they fly freely and they're very light. That's what life needs to be. So if we're not there yet, we'll get there, but we're walking through the cocoon right now. So I thought it was interesting and I enjoyed it. I love butterflies. So when I see butterflies, and they were all around me, so it was interesting. They actually were flying all around me, white ones, heaps of white ones today. So what I'm going to do today on the flow of that is change the deck of cards. So I'm going to use my Native American tarot deck. It's a tarot deck. And I felt, connection with them because obviously the natives in any country, the native people of every country, they are connected to the earth. They know how it works. They know that we are part of the planet. And they've always told us that, many prophecies. So we haven't really listened to them. But right now, I think a lot of us are paying more attention. So let's see what comes out on the flow of that with these cards. I'll just choose one now. They're very slippery, so I'm going to have to put them on the side, I think, and then pick them up again. Sun. Now, isn't that beautiful? It's like we are coming through on the other side, and we are putting our arms out, and this is the end of a cycle. And that's where we find the replenishment. The sun is always about growth. It's always about nurturing. So the sun is nurturing us to come out on the other side. And we're raising our arms and saying, thank you. Thank you for helping us to get to the point where we are coming out on the other side. And, cactus are very resistant plants, and they're flowering, which is quite unusual too. So we are sort of flowering. We're coming out on the other side. And this card is beautiful because it's saying end of a cycle. You've come full cycle as a community, as a global community. And you're learning still, but you're all walking out at your own time with your wings, beautiful, colorful wings. You're all walking out of this tunnel, out of the cocoon of life that was before. And you are bringing into fruition the preciousness of the butterflies, of the wings that you are seen as you come out, and you're flying. So flying means new horizons, moving in new directions and possibilities. Beautiful card to start off. This is a really good card. end of the cycle. The world is your oyster. But at this point, because of what we've gone through and what we're doing and going through still, it's the resilience as well. Cactus are extremely resilient and they contain water. So if you're in a desert and you find a cactus, you know that you have food and you have water. And these are flowering. So we will have everything that we need along the way. This is a new journey if you look at it that way, but at the same time, everything will be provided. So very interesting card. Now, let me see if I've missed anything else. No, the birds are just going from one cactus to the other and they're taking the nourishment, sorry, and at the same time the pollination happens. So everything is always a cycle. I think it's a very good omen for today, and seeing that I saw the butterflies and they were white and it's a transformation. Now I'm going to choose another one. Just going to have to pick these. They're very slippery, so I can't hold them in my hands or put them on my lap as I usually do. So let me see, another card coming through. And oh, beautiful. Breakthrough. So I think I love this today. Breakthrough. So look at these two cards. What do you notice that's similar to them? There are two images of a person. Now it's basically, this one's a bit different, but they're holding up their hands to receive the nourishment from above. Now you can interpret it in many ways. But if you look, this is the sunflower and it's in a pot, but at the same time, it's got greenery and there's other sunflowers growing on the side, right? So what happens is that when you put a sunflower, you go into a field of sunflowers, you will notice that when they haven't matured yet or ripened, and they're looking up towards the sun. So they may bow their heads because of the seeds, and that becomes heavy, but that's when they're ready to release the seeds that we actually use in nature. We are always given what we need for our body, the food. But at the same time, the sunflowers always are looking up. They look towards the sun because the sun is giving them the nourishment. And look at these two cards of the similarities. So what we're doing is we need to look towards the light, right? Whether it's the sun or towards what you believe is your higher being, the source of all things, because that's where the nourishment comes. The breakthrough is understanding that we're all connected to that source, and that source is what brings to us what we focus on. And at the same time, we are replenished all the time. Everything is available to us because even here, there's greenery around it. So there's the other sunflowers growing. The seeds of the sunflowers are what we can eat, what we use in like we can use them and replant them. So the breakthrough is that that's what we are. We're connected to source. Source is what provides. Now, I really like the way that this has come through because it sort of, in a way, it's a beautiful message to take in, but it's very powerful because we need to sort of understand where we are in our own journey. So every one of us has the wings ready to fly off. We're all butterflies. Some of us may not be in the same spaces as others in the cocoon. It doesn't really make a difference because, we're cramming the end of the tunnel. We're all wanting to go through. We all will get through, but no need to push. So wherever you are in this moment, you are both of these. You're just asking the source to nourish you so that you can continue and reach the point where there is a completion. So it doesn't really matter. There's a balance here in these two cards because one is the completion and one is the breakthrough. So you may be at the breakthrough point where you look and you go, ha, now I get it. And you start that journey of moving faster through the cocoon, through the tunnel, learning. What is it that I missed? What is it that I didn't see? What is it that I didn't hear? And what is it that I'm listening and hearing to right now? And what colors do I want my butterfly wings to look like, to be like? So everyone is on a journey and we're all going to complete it. It doesn't matter where we are, we will all be completing it in our own time and in our own way. Right now, there's a bit of a rush towards the end of the tunnel, but then we will all find that we're holding each other's hands, and each one of us will be carrying each other out and flying into the sky, in towards source, up and looking up to that which provides everything. Finding it in our hearts as well, because that's where it starts. So the sunflower trusts in its heart that by looking up and allowing source to provide the nourishment that it needs with the light, then it can provide us with the seeds. I love the way it's come out today, and I hope it's helped you, because it always helps me. Nothing that I do, either when I speak or when I do a reading, it always is both sides. We're mirrors. So I'm a mirror, you're a mirror. When we look at each other, we are mirrors to each other. When we look out, we're reflecting onto the world our own mirror, and it will match with those who are in connection with us, or that we need to meet or interact with for some reason, either as a teacher or as a student. It doesn't really matter. So every time I do a reading, I always note that it's always also something that I need to go within with, because we're all on this journey together. Doesn't matter where I am in my tunnel, doesn't matter where you are in your tunnel, it doesn't matter where anybody is. We're all in this together. And that's the most important thing to understand. So thank you for today, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you.